breaking news coming in that the all-powerful FIFA president Sepp Blatter has finally announced that he will step down. He's put out a statement a short while before now where he says, "I've thought through my presidency and the 40 years that FIFA has played in my life. I love FIFA more than anything else and I only want to do the best. I decided to stand again for elections for the good of football, but my mandate does not appear to be supported by everyone." He goes on to add that, "I will organize an extraordinary Congress for a replacement for me as president. I will not stand. I am now free from the constraints of an election. I will be in a position to focus on profound reforms." This is what people thought may not happen, especially since Sepp Blatter won a 5th term as FIFA president. I want to go across to Arunava Chaudhary. He's joining us from Cologne in Germany. Thank you very much, Mr. Chaudhary. Now, you track football very closely. FIFA president Sepp Blatter won the last election. People thought that despite the global furor, he would stick on, he would not resign. What is it that's forced him to step down, sir?
A lot has happened over the last 3-4 days, and the opposition from certain federations has been very, very clear, especially the English FA has been against Blatter. The German FA has not been very vocal about it, but they have been against him, while on the other side, the French and the Spanish FAs here in Europe have been in his favor. But something must have happened over the last 24 hours, which officially is still not out, why he's taken this drastic step.
Okay, and who's likely to step in? Will it be somebody who is an aide of Sepp Blatter? Will it be somebody from the Sepp Blatter camp? Or will the opponents who didn't stand much of a chance last time now have the chance of putting up a new president?
Well, that's an interesting situation now. I mean, this has come totally out of the blue. I think everyone will now try to evaluate the situation, try and see what is possible. I think Europe will put out a candidate now, but on the other side, the chance is also that Prince Ali might stand again, and it will be very, very interesting to see who actually gets to the top post of FIFA now.
Okay, and what does this mean for FIFA? What does this mean for Qatar? What does this mean for Russia? Because the next 2 World Cups also embroiled in major controversies. Is there a possibility that the new dispensation would like to reconsider which countries these World Cups are given to, sir?
Yes, I think everything is now open, and what can happen at FIFA. The danger is there for both Russia and for Qatar to lose the World Cups, because it's not just about football, but there's also a global angle to the whole thing as well. And it also depends on who is the new FIFA president, who now is going to be the power broker in FIFA, and who controls FIFA really, and pushes FIFA in what direction, and that will decide on where really these decisions will be taken. If Europe really gets stronger after these elections, or if other continents, if let's say Africa and Asia come together and then also go back to work together with the Caribbean bloc, as Mr. Blatter has been able to do, and with the South Americans in there, to really put in the chance of actually putting in a candidate against a strong Europe.
Did you expect, as a long-time follower of global football, did you expect, Arunava, that something like this could happen? Or after the election, you two had given up and just reconciled to the idea of Sepp Blatter dragging on?
To be very honest, I was very surprised. I on Twitter saw that someone tweeted, I think at 4:45 European time, that there would be a 6 o'clock press conference at FIFA, and there was fun that people were making fun that, maybe FIFA will announce the interactive World Cup winner on FIFA 15, on the computer game or something of the sort. So people were not taking it seriously. And then you saw senior journalists saying, okay, we are in Zurich, we're going to this press conference, let's see what happens. The news about this $10 million payment from South Africa to FIFA as a development money for CONCACAF, which was spent especially on the Caribbean football.
Okay, Arunava, just stay with me for a moment. I want to go across now live to Zurich. Souvik Naha is a sports historian, tracks football very closely. He's joining us on this broadcast as well. Souvik, thank you very much for joining us on such short notice. You're very close to the action in Zurich. Now tell us, what is it that may have forced Sepp Blatter to change his mind? Given the resounding victory in the last FIFA presidential election, we thought that, despite everything, he's going to drag on. Now, he's been forced to resign. What do you think happened behind the scenes, Souvik?
Firstly, thanks for having me on this show. Even this Friday, Blatter has told in an interview to a Swiss television that I will not resign, however much pressure you can put me through, because I'm not guilty. I've nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong. After just 3 and 4 days, he has turned a volte-face and he has resigned, finally, what nobody has ever expected. I would suggest that something might have gone wrong in this interim period of 3 days, in which some of the allegations might have scared Judge Blatter enough so that he had to resign, because maybe more skeletons are going to come out of the cupboard.
What you're suggesting, Souvik, is very significant. Are you saying that there are possible reports which could show how the charges are coming close to Sepp Blatter himself, which may not be out in the public domain, which investigators may have access to, which may have forced the all-powerful Sepp Blatter to step down? Is that what you're suggesting from Zurich this evening? Sorry?
Exactly, because Blatter has reigned for 16 years and his reign was not going to stop for another 16 unless he was going to be put down. And given this is Blatter, and given his track record, his intrepidity, whatever he has done, this is really a shocking and big news. So yes, Blatter must have had reasons to be frightened.
But do we know anything at all about what this incriminating evidence against Sepp Blatter could be? Have you been looking at the Swiss media? What are they reporting? What is it that's emerging about the behind-the-scene action that forced Sepp Blatter to step down?
No, the media has been kept completely in the dark. So the matters of private investigations have not been made public so far. So whatever I can tell you right now is my guess, are my guesses based on Blatter's actions over the years.
Okay, what do you, as a sports historian, think will happen to FIFA next? You've looked closely at the world of football. What happens to FIFA next?
This is really difficult to say, because Mikel Platini seems to be the next person who is going to take up the mantle of the FIFA president. But he is not above suspicion, because if you remember last year's action, there was a watch scandal that had rocked FIFA in November 2014. Apparently, the president of the Brazilian Football Federation had gifted a watch to every FIFA employee, which was priced at 20,000 euros. After a huge scandal in the newspapers, most of the employees were forced to return their watches to the Brazilian Football Federation. But Platini did not return his watch, saying that I like the watch, I would like to keep it. And we have to remember this, that apart from Blatter, one of the most vociferous proponents of the Qatar World Cup was Platini. He voted in favor of Qatar. So yes, his ways are not too different from that of Blatter. Let's wait and watch how the events are going to unfold.
Very interesting insights by Arunava and Souvik. Thank you very much, the both of you gentlemen, for joining us at such short notice on the newsroom. Really appreciate your presence and the thoughts that you've been able to put out for what may have forced Sepp Blatter's resignation. Those details not out, but both are experts saying it's highly unlikely that he would quit of his own volition. He's probably stepped down because of mounting evidence. And is there incriminating of evidence which links directly back to Sepp Blatter? That's something we'll keep tracking very closely.